Yo, what is going on, guys? In today's video, I'll be showing you the fastest solo material farm in Destiny 2. Do you want to have materials like this? A stack of enhancement cores, not just one stack, two stacks, and a little stack right here. Do you want to have almost 100 prisms and 25 Ascendant shards, and 7 Ascendant alloys, and 3 exotic ciphers? Well, this video is for you. This can all be done solo, and if you do have a friend to play with, it does speed it up, and I'll cover that later on. Guys, don't forget we are doing a Funnel Shape annual pass giveaway. If you want to have a shot winning a free copy of the premium version of the Funnel Shape, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe, comment down below how much you're enjoying the Funnel Shape so far, or if you've played it yet. And if you do play it, make sure you comment down from scale 1 to 10, and just say enter, and you'll be entered for a shot at winning a free copy of the Funnel Shape. Anyways, guys, that's enough yapping for me today. Let's get into it. Alright, let's start with the basics. There's a few things that you can do for enhancement cores. Now, I'm going to cover them from like ranking basis, so enhancement cores to prisms to Ascendant shards. Now, if you have a lot of prisms but don't have a lot of enhancement cores, you can do a little small investment. Go to your collections, go to your armor, go to leveling, go to a random blue armor piece, go inspect it, upgrade it to level 7, level 8 actually, where it takes 1 core. We use 2. Now, they actually drop 6 now, so you're only profiting 2. It's going to be a little bit of a slow farm, but this is kind of like an enhancement prism for like 4 extra enhancement cores. Just a little thing you guys can do for extra enhancement cores if you have a lot of prisms. Obviously, that's not going to benefit you. Another thing to keep doing is heading over to Master Rahul. Master Rahul's ranking process actually got changed. So if you guys look, if we go here, we go to the focusing tab. In this case, I'm just going to focus like Stompies. If we go to his focusing tab right here, and we buy all these things, we actually can rank him up pretty fast, and he gives you cores and prisms as well. Same with an Ascendant shard and Cypher. Now, another thing, too, to keep an eye out for enhancement cores is with those exotics that we just got. They're going to be all in my postmaster. You can actually check the stat distribution. Sometimes they're going to drop a little higher than 4. So as you guys can see, like 2 energy, 4, 2, 2, 1. So anything above a 6 is going to give you a guaranteed enhancement core. You can always dismantle them for that. We get some nice stat distributions on these Stompies, actually. So I'm just going to clear out my inventory really quick to grab these guys, you know, because we can't waste these kind of rolls, because who doesn't hate a good Stompies roll, right? But yeah, that is definitely one thing you really need to keep in mind for when you're doing these farms, because any armor that's going to drop above that, like this is 3, anything above that is going to drop you a guaranteed enhancement core. So even if it's a really bad armor stat, make sure you're keeping an eye out if you're going to keep a piece of mid armor. Now, vendors also can give you enhancement cores and prisms. Prisms are a little bit more complicated to farm because they require you to use your cores. So you have to have a lot of cores to get prisms. You get 3, you get 6, and then 2 prisms. Now, obviously, it's kind of like an investment. For your prisms, you guys can always go to Master Rahul. Go to the Services tab. Right here. Now, if you want enhancement prisms, just 1, it's going to cost you 10 cores. Vice versa with Ascendant shards and then Ascendant alloys. Now, to buy these cores, it's going to cost you 1 legendary or prism. So initially, this kind of goes counterintuitive back to the armor piece I was showing. So to farm those cores, if you have a lot of prisms, you can actually just buy these. You're capped, though, at like 3, so you can only get 15 a week. So if you do this 4 times 15, you're going to get yourself like 100 cores in a month from doing that. A little less than 100, about 80. Zer's a good way too, because those armor engrams he drops give you guaranteed cores. We'll actually talk about that right now, because that's another really good way to farm cores. Prisms, though, are a little bit more complicated. We'll talk about them, because farming prisms is going to branch from like things like Crucible, GMs. Now, obviously, GMs aren't solo friendly, and this guide's for solo players, but I'll talk about some ways for solo players to do that. If you guys look right here, we can obviously buy these things. We have all these armor pieces and so and so. Now, when we decrypt these engrams, right, they're just going to give us sunset guns that are no longer in the loot pool. We're not going to get any enhancement cores, so it's kind of like a waste, right? We're not getting anything from these. But we open here, we go to the more strange coins. You can buy cores for strange cores. You get 13, 17. So 23 is going to buy you 17. You'd only buy one a week. But these engrams right here are going to give you either a blue, an enhancement core, or an ascendant shard. So if you stack 99 of these, I'd say you're going to get about a low of 60. Usually you get like a blue and then an enhancement core. It's really weird, but yeah. So just from like buying these out, I've gained myself like 20 cores in this video right here. It's pretty good. Another thing too is dismantling old armor that you may have masterworked that you don't need anymore. That's just kind of mid. Like I had this one sitting right here. I could dismantle that. Same with exotics, right? This is a really bad stat roll. So if we look, we dismantle this. We get ourselves an Ascendant Shard, a Core, and a Prism. Pretty good. Now for the Prisms, this is only going to work for trials. Well, this method works for solo players. So every weekend there's trials, but this weekend there's Iron Banner, so there's no trials. When trials is out, grab a card of persistence. Persistence allows you to get an adept weapon as long as you get 7 wins, so you just don't have to reset. Now, when you get about 5 wins in that game, you're going to be guaranteed an enhancement core and an enhancement prism every single game. That's kind of like how I got all these, because I play a lot of trials. I have played so much trials. I promise you, like, all this stuff for me has came from trials. Trials is a awesome way when you get to like game 5, game 6, game 7. Now, keep in mind, even if you have a full card with losses, you're still going to get adept weapons and cores and prisms. So you can kind of just use that 7 win as a farm. Now for prisms, it's kind of the same idea, right? You're just buying them out with your cores. Farm all your cores, farm your prisms through your cores, and then buy Ascendant Shards with those cores and prisms. It's kind of like cores are like the branch of everything here. Now, for my solo players that are confident in endgame content, like you're really, really good at the game, you can go to Vanguard and go to Nightfall. I don't know why it doesn't let me. Oh, I don't have the Forsaken pack on my PC, unfortunately. You would launch this at like the second lowest one, so not the Grandmaster difficulty, but the one under that. I think it's Heroic. That will give you a prism per completion, but it is a little bit harder. It's like a Legend Lost Sector, so just keep that in mind if you're not good at the game. But yeah, pretty much just farm cores and then everything else will come. But yeah. Also, last thing, check out your vault. Your vault usually does have a lot of master things you may have left. If you guys look. I have a lot of things here that I could dismantle. Like, I bet if I dismantled my entire vault right now, I could probably get like 1,000 cores just from that. But yeah, that's all we have for today's video. Leave a like, sub, check out our sponsor, Diving.net. Guardians, I would like to recommend you a fantastic service. Diving.net, you can find teams to complete different activities like raids, dungeons, Trials of Osiris, exotic farming, and many more endgame activities. The best part about the service is it does not require you to share your account information whatsoever. You don't need to give your login or password to order service that you like. All you have to do is select the self-play option. To do this, select something you like. In this case, I'll do Crow Design. You're going to choose your clear option. I'll be doing the full clear, so click full clear. Then select the self-play option. As you can see right now, we have $25. To get a discount, make sure you type in code HECTIC for a 15% discount here. As we can see right now, our total is $25.05. If we apply this coupon, we get $24, so you save $1. I would highly advise doing this. From here, you're going to choose a payment method. There's Visa, PayPal, and a few other payment options. In this case, we'll be using Visa. From here, agree to the terms and services, and then proceed to checkout. I would highly recommend Niming.net, especially because the funnel shaper is releasing and there's many awesome services that can be done. That's all for today, guys. I'll see you in the next one.